Hello, beautiful, amazing, fantastic world, and you, individual out there. Today, I would like to speak about disconnect to know yourself and then consciously connect again. The thing is, we are so used to do the same over and over, and we are so used to being on automatic, more or less, where everything is more or less circles and cycles, and what's easiest to grab hold onto is more or less what we grab onto. Of course, when you disconnect from the rest of what we should call it the mass, and then you focus on your inner self, your inner understanding for self, and you try to get to know yourself through being conscious here and now. When you do this for a while, when you do this as a practice, as training more or less, you become stronger and stronger in your own individual being, in your own uniqueness, in your own interests and love for humanity, love for everything and everyone. This requires a choice, this requires conscious effort in this, as I say in almost every video. It requires work, it requires doing constant work upon yourself so that you can share with the rest of humankind. So you can share with individuals that might have a need for information in the moment that they needed then and there to inspire. Oh, how many times in my life I have all of a sudden clicked on a video or something I did not expect to click on it, but all of a sudden there was some deep hidden wisdom and love in that video, and I just, whoa, I needed to hear that. It happens more often than I give them credit for. They are amazing, those few moments where you actually grow because you were at the right place at the right time, listening to the right thing and the right people. That is what destiny is. I love destiny, where we meet new people. They might just swip in your life and then disappear. But what you told them and what they told you, you both have learned and grown from it. That is the beauty of life and of meeting other people. And some people we are karmically bound to because we or they need to make amends for earlier lives. It might be as simple as a backhanded compliment or comment, or it might be as simple as, I don't know, being in a bad mood that day and that person contacted you and you didn't want to connect because you were in a bad mood and that affected the other human being. That's just examples. Of course, if you are conscious and you know all of these are cycles, different moods, different emotions, and that we are not the same from moment to moment. They are working here. That will make you more flexible, more malleable, and you are honest constantly. That means when you meet one person, you behave and are truthful as a human being to that person. But if you do it with another human being the same way, you might be a little different because you are here and you never know what's coming. You are not a pre-programmed robot. You are truly a living organism that experiences things here and now. That is why you must never quit doing spiritual work if you are karmically graced with having the opportunity to do so. It is so important. So keep on going and do what you do because it is so indescribably important to cultivate the soul spirit of man. We have been so busy with the material and with the physical outer plane and our five senses that we have barely stopped to think about our thinking, our feeling, and our willing, our master and our mastering tool, more or less. And we barely think about morals and ethics because we have what should we call it? Convinced ourselves that there is no morals and ethics. We are robots, we are animals. So there is no moral impulses, there is no ethical impulses. Well, sorry, don't mean to make fun of it, but if they can find love in their own heart, think about that for a moment. They choose to do so. I don't like to speak out a truth like that just willy-nilly, because we have a whole lot of freedom when it comes to being moral, ethical, and loving. That means wanting to understand another human being with choice. We can choose to not like a person. We can choose to, nope, I disagree with him, I disagree with him. It doesn't help. If you come to a roadblock where you disagree with someone, if there is no basis for discussion, that means if both have not studied the same subject or lens of reality, then it is no basis for discussion. It will only be comparing one lens with another, and you will gain nothing from it, other than some sort of domination where I won over you in an argument. I don't give a shit, because I don't argue. I uplift, inspire, and speak truth. This is my inner world I am talking about. I speak what I live. I speak what I practice. I speak what I see and observe, consciously, here and now. Everyone can have concepts to live by. Everyone can have small rules and guidelines, so when that happens, you behave that way. But no, we are living consciously, so if you experience the same problem here and here, you might react differently. Because we are not pre-programmed mechanics. We are truly organisms that are changing, forming, molding, moving. And we are amazing like this. Amazing human beings. We are so diverse and so intricate and advanced, and at the same time so simple. As long as you get to know who you are, your faculties inside, your astral, your etheric, your physical, your ego, and also your thinking, feeling, and willing, and getting to master them, getting to know what's inside every single human being, but with small differences based on culture and where you come from. We all have the same universal inner faculties, but we have different beliefs. Even though someone doesn't believe in oxygen, we are still breathing that oxygen. Just as an example, it was just an abstract example, but still. That means even though you don't believe in something, doesn't mean you are not affected by it. That is the beauty of life. To find out about these things, to be different, to want to see the world prosper, but not prosper in a decadent way, prosper in a living, conscious, wanting to grow and become more human, because we are only semi-human right now. To become true, loving, kind, caring, emotional, empathic, understanding human beings. That is a human being. That is a spiritual, divine human. To actually be conscious of this, to consciously choose this, despite having the world as dark as it is. We do see all of this that happens around. And if we always go into despair mode every time we see this, we will never have something constructive, healing. It will only be, this again. The world is fucked. The world is, you see, that is, then you have given up, then no more. But if yes, the world is messed up, but if we keep on going, don't stop. Don't ever let anyone discourage you. You have been chosen because you have been allowed to do this work with such freedom and finesse. And the more that becomes participants in this, the more ground we are gaining. Because far, far in the future, there will be moral and ethical beings, and there will be immoral and evil beings or unethical beings that only wants for themselves and only wants to dominate, manipulate, lie, And there are those that wants to uphold a certain dignity and love for all of mankind. It will happen. It is already seed form. And if you become conscious, you can actually see where people are coming from. What are their beliefs? What is their lifestyle? And that is often how you find out if you vibe with a human being or if you don't. So if you don't, there is no need to vibe with that human being because you don't need to accept everyone. But you do not condemn them either. You do not damn them. You say, yeah, they're different. They have their beliefs and they might have used countless years to unfold that specific area of their life. So we give them the proper respect, but we do not need to be friends. We are brothers and sisters anyhow, because we are all human beings. Thanks everyone. May the divine Christ and all the ascended masters in the hierarchy guide us all on this beautiful path of evolution, growth, love, and verbal mastery and finesse, more or less. Love you all. Thank you. Goodbye.